Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another bonus episode of Let's Talk But No Politics, okay? I am your host, Andrew Lenz, coming to you here on the Helium Radio Network, and you can catch bonus episodes every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Helium Radio Network. So first, let's get into our sponsor before we get into the episode. As always, our sponsor is the Podcast Precinct, located in Western New York. This is a fully functioning podcast studio. So if you're on the fence about starting a podcast, you don't want to invest in the equipment because it can get a little pricey, here's a cheaper option for you to make you sound great and get you right on a network right away as well. So you don't have to fumble around with the anchors and the beam pods and all that stuff of the world. You go down to the Podcast Precinct and you talk to them and say, I want to start a podcast. They will go over everything with you to help make sure your podcast can be as successful as possible as well. Not promising you the world, but we will try and do our best to help you with getting your podcast off the ground. I have recorded personally in the Podcast Precinct many times, and I have got to say I've recorded in both recording areas. You know, the nice comfy couch area. Got to sit down with Matt, the founder of the Podcast Precinct, and also the 2 Point Conversation, and we recorded our show, the 2 Point Conversation, right there. Very comfortable. And then if we need a little bit more soundproofing, privacy as well, we go right into the Pod Cave, which is professionally soundproofed as well. So once again, if you're in the Western New York area and and you're thinking about starting a podcast, want to start a podcast, not quite sure, don't have that much money to invest in equipment, but for only $20 a month per person, the Podcast Precinct has you covered because you can record right there. Podcast Precinct. Consistency, creativity, culture. All right. So back into the tiering ranking. Got my tier maker up if you're watching on YouTube, doing video game franchises. Something pretty big. I did movie franchises, so why not do video game franchises? I think video game franchises, movie franchises are all just as important to each other. Growth, character development in some cases, fun games to play. There's Star Wars. I'm big into Star Wars. That's huge film franchise. People love that. And then people also rep their favorite video game franchises as well. So that's why I wanted to do this. So I have 5 categories today. All-time great. I think that just stands for itself. Good. It's good. It's not in that all-time great. Too many ups and downs. Too many, you get a really good game, then you get a really bad game, and then a question mark. Like, personally, I'm thinking to myself, why did we even need these? And that might be actually toggled into never played as well. So those are the 5 categories. And the first one we have is Super Mario Brothers, and I don't think there's any other category you could put Super Mario Brothers in other than all-time great. I don't think there's any other category you can put it in. Right there. It's Super Mario Brothers. It's kind of I'm a big football fan, so it's kind of like when Peyton Manning was going into the Hall of Fame, and all the one reporter did was stand up and during the Hall of Fame vote and said, come on, it's Peyton Manning. So all-time great. Come on. It's Super Mario. We're going to go. Next one is Mario Kart. And, I'm going to give this good because I've played a couple of bad Mario Karts. I felt like Mario Kart on the Wii, and then there's other ones that I heard. So I'm going to put it in good because it's still something if somebody's like, hey, you want to play Mario Kart? I'm not going to shy away from. So I'm definitely going to put it good. Here is another one, Metroid. I think Metroid is very legendary in itself. I've not played every Metroid, but I've played a lot of them. GameCube, Nintendo, but I've never really heard a bad thing about them. So I gotta think it's an all-time great. I'm a big NES guy, so anything big on the NES I probably put up there pretty hard. Star Fox. Love Star Fox. Absolutely love it. My thing with Star Fox is I think it kind of died out, and because of the too many ups and downs with the franchise. The first one was absolutely amazing. Check out other stuff on the YouTube channel as well. I'm playing Star Fox. It's in one of my Let's Plays where I just I play a game, see how far I could get, maybe play for, see how far I can get, or for a half an hour and kind of go from there. But I think there's too many ups and downs in with that one. Pokemon, all-time great. I know there's been a couple of kind of bad Pokemon games, but overall, this is I always felt like this is a really good franchise. If you didn't listen to my Pokemon Go episode, I discovered Pokemon from actually skipping school, going to, what is that called? Media Play, which is kind of like record store sold video games. And this is back in the day when you could actually play the video game instead of just seeing it set up. And all the upperclassmen were playing, the Sega Genesis, the PlayStations, all that stuff. And here I am with this Game Boy. I'm like, oh, I'm going to play some Pokemon and whatever. Got to do what I got to do. Ended up falling in love with the franchise. And I think it's one thing that's really helped me connect with my son today is having the connection over the Pokemon franchise. I think that's one of the cool things. Still a Pokemon Go player today. If you want my trainer code, please hit me up in the comments. I'll be more than happy to send that out to you if you are a Pokemon Go player yourself. Animal Crossing, I think I'm going to make a lot of people mad, especially Johnny Townsend from Retro Bliss. I've never played Animal Crossing. It doesn't seem like it's my thing, so I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Luigi's Mansion. I've never played that either, even though that game looks super fun. I've never played it. I kind of switched out of the whole Nintendo thing. Try to get my son to purchase it or, tell him, hey, you want this game? And he just doesn't because he still has a Nintendo Switch. Maybe one day I'll be playing some Luigi's Mansion. Punch-Out. Jeez. If we were basing Punch-Out on the arcade game and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it goes right here. All day long. And then I see other things. And I gotta say, too many ups and downs. After the arcade, Mike Tyson obviously having breaking ties with Mike Tyson. That was an obvious thing. I just never had the same appeal towards it again. So that's why I got to put it in too many ups and downs. What else do we got going on here? Kirby? I've only played a couple of Kirbys, but from what I've played, they're really good. They're a lot of fun. Very easy pick up and play go type games. And just very straightforward. I don't have a problem with Kirby at all. If you would have asked me years ago, even if I never would have played it, I would have probably put it in the question mark. Why do we need this little puffy pink thing And that's where we would have that's where we would have gone off of right there. And I would have been like, this is the dumbest thing ever. I think it's stupid. And we don't need it. Donkey Kong. I think it's an all-time great from the original one, saving Nintendo America. Then it kind of died down, and then you bust back with Donkey Kong Country, and I know there's like the Donkey Kong racing games and stuff like that, but Donkey Kong is a lot of fun. Any of them are. I think to this day, they're a lot of fun. I love Donkey Kong. My wife is absolutely amazing at it. I do believe that is also a Let's Play on the Let's Talk But No Politics Okay YouTube channel. So go check that out as well, see how far I could get. Kid Icarus is a game that I never really played. Aware of the character from the Captain N game series, but I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in never played because I know what it is. I know what it's about. But I just never played it. I didn't even know Duck Hunt was a franchise. I think we could have left Duck Hunt with just the first Duck Hunt. if you get what I mean. Sometimes you gotta let sleeping dogs lie. Here's one that a lot of people are going to get mad at me about. Mario Party. I've never played this. I have no ambition to play this game. I don't know why. I just see it, and I'm not a fan of it. So that is where I'm going to leave it. Right there. Dr. Mario. What? You wanted to do Tetris, but put Mario in it and put it in a different kind of light? That's all it is for me. I can't stand Dr. Mario. I think it's a stupid game. I do not like it. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. It just wasn't anything I wanted to play. Nothing I wanted to play. Excite Bike. I love Excite Bike, the first one, but I don't think we need any more. And I know, hey, you could probably add stuff. Well, guess what? No. So let's get into some Sega ones. We have Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, geez. Where do we want to go? That one for, what is it? I think it's rebranded as, or nicknamed 2016. That's so wacky. I think, is it an all-time great? If it was a character, I would say it's an all-time great. But as a franchise, I think it's just kind of in that good category. Because of just some little bit of bad games going on. Little bit of bad games. Streets of Rage. Here's one. I'm not placing it in too many ups and downs. I'm going to say this is a good one. I love Streets of Rage. And if you're wondering why I'm picking and choosing, I don't have to. I only got about a half an hour, so I want to get everything in if you're watching this on YouTube. Streets of Rage is amazing. That's a number one rental right there. I gotta say, I don't think it's an all-time great because I don't think it's as recognizable as other ones. But yeah, I'll put Sonic and Streets of Rage together. I'll do it all day, and I might have to die on that cross at some point, but hey, that's how I feel. It's my list. Let's see what your list is. All-time great for Zelda. I don't know how you don't go that route for that. That's absolutely amazing. Looks like whoever did this did a lot of staggered it from Nintendo on. Mega Man. Mega Man, I think, is an all-time great as well. Games are hard. When they first came out, I remember the first Mega Man. Absolute terrible cover art on it, but all the other Mega Mans, you wanted to play Mega Man. It was a cool franchise game to play if you were playing some Mega Man. Definitely. Some cool franchise right there. Street Fighter. I've not played Street Fighter in years, but I'm a Street Fighter guy. And Street Fighter is an all-time great in my book. Even though I haven't played it in years, it's still an all-time great. 100%. Don't mess with Street Fighter. So I'm just going to put a couple of these into the never played. Mario Tennis never played. Paper Mario. Paper Mario was just an answer because Square moved away from the whole Mario RPG thing. So Paper Mario was just kind of that answer to that. I don't think we needed a Yoshi series, even though he's very marketable. But I don't think he needs it. Pilot Wings. I think too many ups and downs with that one. Not the best at all. So let's keep on going. Let's see what else I can find. The Ducktales one? I would say good. The first and the second one are really good. Not a problem there. As I'm talking, like I said, I'm just going to kind of be shifting things into never played. If you want to keep on checking that out, just to keep things going. But I really enjoyed that, or enjoyed the DuckTales. Great cartoon, great theme song as well. So Golden Axe, I think, is a good one. Golden Axe is really good. Great arcade, great Sega game as well. Very mystical and everything else. Alex the Kid. If you're not sure who Alex the Kid is, he is the first mascot for Sega before Sonic. Too many ups and downs in that franchise. Not too big of a fan at all. What else do we got? Final Fight. Okay. I really like Streets of Rage. I like Final Fight more, but I'm just going to put it into the good category because I don't think Final Fight belongs with Super Mario, Metroid, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Mega Man, and Street Fighter. But it is a good franchise. I know there's those weird ones later on. Like I said, you could go into too many ups and downs, but I think it's a good franchise. It's a fun one too. If you ever played it, pop it in, let it go. Castlevania, some weird stuff, but I think this is all time. Played Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2, Super Castlevania. Not too much any of the newer stuff because that is awfully expensive to get your hands on. But I got to put Castlevania as an all-time great. And you're like, oh, you're skipping over some stuff. I am. I'm just trying to pick and choose. Contra. I think this is also an all-time great. If you can get a code named after you, even though it's also known as the Konami code, then I think you're pretty much a winner in that category. As I said, I'm just going to go through. Pokemon Stadium, I'm going to put good. I don't think it's as good as the Pokemon, but I think Pokemon Stadium was pretty awesome for the time. Played a couple of other ones, but being able to use your own Pokemon in there is pretty amazing for that time. So I got to put it in good. Pokemon Snap, not 100% my cup of tea all the time, but it's something fun. It's mindless. Get yourself away from things, I guess you can say. There's so many great franchises here. I don't think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, was a 100% franchise. But whoever did this did a pretty good job at naming all these. And I wish I had tons of time. I'm just kind of, like I said, going through and just getting the ones that I know. I know personally. Pac-Man. All right. I'm going to say all-time great. Because I think sometimes, like a Contra or Street Fighter and stuff like that, you can rest on that popularity of the first one since it was so big. And I think that is what Pac-Man does. And that's why I have them as has the Pac-Man series as an all-time great. Because of that. Kingdom Hearts. Whew. I hate Ursula with a passion. Definitely, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of her before, but now I'm not even a bigger fan. So, Kingdom Hearts, but I think that's an all-time great one. I didn't play the third one, but hey, what can I say? And you're probably like, Andrew, you're passing over somebody. Just let Andrew cook. Let Andrew cook. Let Andrew cook here. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I got to start back on this playthrough with this. Definitely too many ups and downs. The first one was so good. Great story. The second one had a pretty good story, and then all of a sudden they ruined it with those stupid Simney things, and it just got way too out of hand. And I don't know. And then the third one, you could only play on the Switch. Come on, guys. I don't care how much money they give you. You got to do it. Chrono Trigger. In my mind, this is an all-time great. I don't know if you can see it right here, but Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger got me into the turn-based RPGs. I like The Legend of Zelda growing up, but that's more of an action RPG. This turn-based RPG, I saw the Final Fantasy games, and I was like, this is stupid. Then I watched my friend play Chrono Cross, and I was absolutely blown away by it. Absolutely blown away by it. Played Chrono Cross, and I played Chrono Trigger. I can say I beat them both. Both absolutely amazing fun games to play. If you've never played them, go check them out. Go check them out right now. Oh, they didn't even... I was looking for like Madden, but I don't see them having it. So... And that's kind of weird thing. Guitar Hero? I'm gonna rank Guitar Hero, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. Guitar Hero. Where do I want to go? I'm gonna go good, just because of how much fun. If you asked me to play Guitar Hero now, I'd be like, probably no. But there was a time in the late 2000s where I played Guitar Hero every weekend. My brother and his family would come over to the house, or we go over to their house, and we would just have a whole band. It was probably one of the funnest times of my life. Just to be able to do this, don't want to sound like a bad parent or anything, but kids would be off in the other room. They come and be like, "Oh, I'm thirsty." Be like, "No, I'm trying to hit this guitar solo. Wait a minute." Your parents are on tour. You can't be asking for juice while your parents are on tour. The minute the song was done, they got what they needed. But it's just one of those things, they would go run around the house. Don't run in front of the TV. We're playing games. It was just a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun. Resident Evil. I'm going to put in an all-time great. You could probably put it in too many ups and downs, but just the name Resident Evil, I think, sparks a lot of imagination into people. This was the big action horror, jump scare game, zombies, everything else coming at you. You got to give Resident Evil some love. Got to give it some love. If I go with Ninja Turtle games, I'm going to say they're good just because that first one sucked. And I'm lumping, it says arcade game, but I'm lumping everything into there. That first one was not good at all. I understand the premise of it is very much more, from what I understand, comic book based with a little bit of what the cartoon possessed, but it wasn't good, and I think it really hurts the whole franchise. Even though this is one where the original could really hurt the franchise, and I think it kind of did to where it's good. It's good. If this was a cartoon franchise, all time great. But as a video game franchise, no, not one bit in there. You know what I haven't seen is Mortal Kombat, and that kind of frustrates me a little bit because I would like to put that in a good spot. But hey, can't have everything, can you? I know people will kill me for this one. Crash Bandicoot, I've never played. I have no desire to play it. I'm probably hurting Matt Johnson's heart right now by saying it. I just didn't grow up. I did, but I wasn't like, gee, I need to play Crash Bandicoot. I guess that's a lot of people's Mario or their Sonic in a way. I think some video game characters are generational in that aspect. But to me, just didn't appeal to this guy at all. Just putting some more stuff into never played. There's a lot of stuff. Just trying to. Crazy Taxi in an arcade game. Good. Played it a little bit on the Dreamcast. Not too bad. I would really like to see it kind of come back because it's just one of those fun escape games that you can just sit down and play and do, and it's nothing too hard or anything of that nature. It's very just straightforward. Drive, pick up the guy, drive him to his destination, call it a day as well. Virtual Fighter, I think this was a very good franchise, very mind-blowing for the time if you grew up in this age of video game arcades. Oh, excuse me. Seeing that these polygonal, like almost looking real type characters, and it was very interesting, the whole virtual thing, and it was like, is this really it? Last time I saw anything like this was a Dire Straits music video. But I think it was a good franchise. So I'm going to end it here. And the video game franchise I feel are the all-time greats are Super Mario, Metroid, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, The Legend of Zelda, Mega Man, Street Fighter, Castlevania, Contra, Pac-Man, Kingdom Hearts, Chrono Trigger, and Resident Evil. Good are Mario Kart, Kirby, Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage, Ducktales, Golden Axe, Final Fight, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, Guitar Hero, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game series, Crazy Taxi, Virtual Fire, Too Many Ups and Downs, Star Fox, Punch Out, Pilot Wings, Alex the Kid, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, Question Mark, like why do we even need more of these? Duck Hunt, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Yoshi, and there's a whole bunch of not played. Animal Crossing, Luigi Mansion, Kid Icarus. It goes across the board. Check it out on YouTube if you want to see it. I just scrolled to it. And with that being said, thank you for listening or watching. I am Andrew Lenz. Please catch new episodes of Let's Talk But No Politics Okay every Sunday on the BICBP Radio Network, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Like I said, check out the YouTube page. And also, please check out the Facebook page for some great content as well. And with that being said, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.